The fourth quarter's pivotal series encapsulated the tight but unfinished nature of every Penn State versus Ohio State clash. The Nittany Lions fell short yet again, their 8th consecutive loss to the Buckeyes, in a 20-13 outcome, defined by a failed 4-play goal line sequence, with about 5 minutes left. Despite offensive growth under new coordinator Andy Kotelnicki, questionable play calling may have dashed Penn State's hopes for a Big Ten title run. All isn't lost, though. Penn State remains a solid contender for the college football playoff, as an at-large bid seems feasible with their single loss and a smooth November schedule. But this was a game they needed, and arguably should have won. Although that doesn't soften the blow. The Buckeyes, meanwhile, strengthened their playoff path in one of college football's most challenging venues. After early struggles from quarterback Will Howard, Ohio State secured what could be the regular season's signature win. Their red zone stand in the fourth quarter followed last week's goal line stop in a narrow victory over Nebraska, suggesting a knack for big defensive plays. After forcing an incompletion from Penn State's Drew Aller, Ohio State ran out the clock with a 59-yard drive over 10 plays, showcasing a decisive run game and discipline. The Buckeyes' balanced attack bolsters their case as the Big Ten's top team and possibly the national favorite. As Ohio State rises in the polls, Penn State faces another bitter loss, not just because of the defeat, but also because the game unraveled with crucial mistakes on both sides of the ball. Winners: the Big Ten. Ohio State's win boosts the Big Ten's playoff hopes, especially if Penn State finishes strong. The conference could see 3 playoff spots, with Ohio State and Indiana surging. Indiana: in a Power 4 surprise, Indiana reached 9-0 by overwhelming Michigan State. QB Curtis Rourke returned, throwing for 263 yards and 4 touchdowns, a remarkable feat for a team picked near the bottom in preseason polls. Miami: remaining unbeaten, Miami's resilience was evident in its comeback against Duke, which raised its playoff profile with a 53-31 win. SMU dismantled Pittsburgh 48-25, bouncing back from turnovers to sit as one of the last unbeaten ACC teams, marking an impressive debut season in the Power 4. Iowa: surpassing expectations, Iowa rushed for 329 yards in a blowout win over Wisconsin, continuing in an offensive surge unseen since 2017. Losers: Iowa State. A 23-22 loss to Texas Tech dashed Iowa State's 8-0 hopes and jeopardized their Big 12 title bid. Clemson: an unexpected 33-21 loss to Louisville weakens Clemson's ACC standing and playoff chances. Texas A&M: losing 44-20 to South Carolina hurt A&M's SEC prospects, a setback after last week's victory over LSU. Kansas State: a 24-19 defeat by Houston deals a severe blow to Kansas State's Big 12 title chase, with little room for error going forward. Virginia Tech's 38-31 OT loss to Syracuse despite a solid rushing game sums up a disappointing season for the once top contender.